Okay, 2008 Winnebago Itasca Navion, and I'm working on this front skylight, and I bought a new one. This one had several cracks in it. It's been leaking, and so I'm going to remove it and try installation of a new one. If not, I will repair and replace and put this back in. Now, to start this process, I've had to go around and remove these seal brackets all the way around, and in order to do that, there's two screws. There's one that screws into the plastic itself, and then one that screws into the section here to hold this liner up. And once you removed all of them, they're here, all the way around, then you have four on each corner that are larger self-tapping screws that they put in. Once you've gotten all that out, you can see then it releases the inside of this. Now, you also have some little screws. There's three on each side under here. And I'm not sure if those are necessary to remove, but I've removed them. I'm getting ready now to go up top and remove the caulk and all, and I should be able to lift this out. There's nothing below here that's holding this in place now. So it's a matter of going up, removing the caulk, and then taking this and pulling it straight out. So let's go up there. All right, we're up top. And you can see I'm removing the caulking around these edges here, getting all that out. And I think I'm gonna have to take some of this further apart, because I'm sure this is also sealed on the inside. So it's gonna be pretty tough to get to that. So I'm gonna keep working at it, and I'll capture more video as I go. I've taken out already one little screw here, one back there, one over there, one here. That should allow me to take these rails out and then hence lift this up, hopefully. Now I know it's hinged back there, so I'm gonna see if I can't lift it up and back. I'm assuming that this is sealed on the inside here. So I'm gonna have to either break that or something to get that out. I might do so much damage that I can't, I'm not gonna be able to repair it. I'm probably gonna have to go with my new one. So let's see what happens. Okay, so what I found was I had to end up taking a putty knife and chiseling around, because this thing is sealed, as you'd expect, and I'm sure it's old silicone, and there it is. So I'm going to clean this entire surface good and get ready to install a new skylight. Now, I did not have to take that plastic cover off. Basically, I really didn't have to take the internal screws there. All I really had to do was remove all the hardware on the inside, then come out, remove that outer putty, and then chisel under to break the seal to lift it off. So there we are, more to come. Okay, at this point, I'm cleaning all the old caulk off. And we'll make sure the surface is good and clean before I begin installing the new skylight, but I'm just cleaning it up. Now it's real windy today, but I had sanded this too. I took a little sandpaper, went around to get all that residual off. It's coming pretty clean now, and I'm getting ready. I'm gonna probably wipe it down with some denatured alcohol or something to finish cleaning it. All right, now this is the replacement I'm using. This Max Air 9700 or 97,000. They make variations of this. They make one with LCD if you want to buy the LCD version. I did not, which has lighting in it, but installation is pretty straightforward. Let me show you. I've already set it in place, the new one, just to check the measurements. And what you're going to do is, there's a recess around the ring of this here. You're going to put a sealant around that ring and then set it in place like I've done. Now I haven't put the sealant in yet, but I'll show you. If you lift this up, there's a little ridge right there. If you can see that ridge that goes around, that's where you're going to apply your sealant. And you're going to go all the way around the perimeter, and then you're going to set this in place up there. Then you're going to take some lap sealant or something like Dicor and go around the entire outer perimeter here. And make sure you put your hinge toward the front for wind protection. You don't want the wind to break that off. So you want the wind, you go in the opposite direction of the way you're driving. So my hinges are facing toward the front here. And then I'll apply Dicor around this entire perimeter. This inner ring here, it recesses in. And when you put the inner ring in, you can see the screw holes going around. And once you've attached the fixture, then you screw into your liner. And that seals it down and holds it from the inside. Then all you have to do is install your shades inside this liner here. And there's the shade piece over there. So we'll install it. You can see that here, they're showing that. So it's a pretty straightforward installation. What I'll do now is put me a bead of sealant around this entire perimeter. I'll seat it. Then I'll use some Dicor to go around the outer, because remember I've removed all the silicone on top of my Winnebago and gone with Dicor. And you saw that in earlier videos when I was doing roof work. Then I will install the inner piece, the liner, and seal it to the ceiling with the optional screws, the screws that come with it. I'll put the screws in place, and they give you different sizes based on what you need. And then last step is I'll put the shade in, and it'll be done. So there you go, Max Air. Purchased this, I believe, on Amazon. They've got some used like new currently, a little bit cheaper, and it was under, I believe, under $400. So, alrighty, hopefully this is helpful. Okay, I wanted to capture a video now with the new skylight installed. And you can see what I did was, as I described earlier, I sealed the inset and then set the skylight in place. Then this liner, I had to attach the liner all along the sides. That liner gets attached to that skylight. And then, as an option, which I did take an option, I came on the outside here and screwed it to the top of the liner inside the coach, just to give it some extra reinforcement, you know. And you can see I just randomly pre-drilled and put those in, because you are drilling up through metal, a piece of metal there. So, all right, now the last thing is for me to go out and use some Dicor or something and seal the whole outside, and I should be done. Again, this is the installation then of the Max Air 97,000i. This is the thick version. They make this in a thin version too, but for our Winnebago, I use this thick version. Alrighty, folks, thanks for watching. Alright, guys, some final notes here. Now, what I found was that after installation, this final cover would not fit as produced, because this here is in the way. So to make this work, what I had to do was the lip from the top I had to cut back so I could still snap this in on the sides and keep this firmly against this in order to install this final piece. So you might want to keep that in mind. If I were doing this again, I would go ahead and take me a skill saw or something and cut that lip off here, off of this liner here. I'd cut that lip off because you're going to have a tight spot here, and you're going to need that out of the way so you can get enough pressure to push that in. Otherwise, the installation now is done, except for me going up top, putting the die coil on the exterior. Otherwise, this is another job complete. I thank you for watching. Here's what it looks like up top. Now I'm going to come back and I'll seal the edges with die core, self-leveling, and this job's done.